Welcome in, I'm Stacy. Today we are stepping straight into the Middle Ages with the new Lumibricks Castle Armory. This is set number 12011, and if you noticed, this is a new numbering system for Lumibricks. The first two digits are the product series code, and the last three digits are the product's sequence within the series. The Castle Armory has 2,895 pieces, printed elements, 4 minifigures ready to defend, and of course, LED lights that add warmth. Thank you to Lumibricks for sending us this set to share. We are Lumibricks and Amazon affiliates, so any offers or promotions will be in the description of this video. This set has weapons, warriors, and some seriously impressive stonework, but is it worthy of defending your brick kingdom? Let's storm the gates and find out. Really like the architecture on this building, but we're going to start with this drawbridge. Really nice build for the bridge itself. It's attached to chains and then connects up into the roof. We've got these gates that are doors, and inside we've got some lights, and we've got a printed piece on the floor. It looks like maybe a broken weapon. We can close these doors nicely. We've got printed banners on the sides. And then we've got these beautiful breathing lights that are torches on the outside. Love those. Another printed piece for a sigil there. That was a cool little build, actually, with all of these weapons around it. Then we come up to the roof line. Fantastic with the red and the gray. We've got a firing ballista here. And then on the roof, we've got another torch that lights up in the lookout there, and another printed piece. And up top, we've got a flag. And these are just actually more spears to feed the ballista. The drawbridge does actually work. There is a mechanism over here on the side, and when you turn that, the drawbridge comes up with those chains. It just feeds into the underneath the roof there. Now, it doesn't come up all the way. Comes up about that far, but it does come down, up and down pretty smoothly. We've got these links in the chain, as you'll see here, so once they get up to the mechanism up top, they pretty much stop, but it's a really nice play feature. Over to the side, we have one of the most exciting points, which is the external connector to connect to other sets. I love it. Beside that, we have our connector box, some foliage outside, printed piece on there as well. And we do have two mechanisms over here. So this one towards the front is connected to the same as the drawbridge, although when you turn it, it doesn't pull up the drawbridge. So I don't know if it's mine that doesn't work or if it's just supposed to work from one side. This one is for another mechanism on the back that I'll show you. And then this is the side of our lookout here. There's just random printed pieces that look like bricks, which I thought was really neat with this set. Different. And in here, we have our weaponsmith workshop. So a little workshop in there. We have a torch at the very top to provide some light in there. Some weapons on the wall, as well as a printed piece there on the back of the door. Nice little area. On the back, we have our battery box. It takes 3 AAA batteries. It's attached on studs. The power button is easily accessible, and we do have a USB, so you can use a battery bank if you like. Got a nice printed piece here with bricks and flowers. The gate here, it looks like a wooden gate with spikes at the bottom, and it actually, over here, is a mechanism. When we turn that, we can move this gate up. But first, we're going to take this little piece out because this is a lock to lock the gate up or down. So I'm just going to move this mechanism and we can move this gate up. Really neat. You can see a little bit better inside from this side, I think. A couple of corridors on each side there. And then I'm going to show you that we can open this up and see into the top of the armory. So on the back of this door, we've got lots of weapons, and we have a beautiful printed piece, the red and gold. And then we can see inside of this armory a little bit. There is corridors on each side of it. It's a little bit dark. I'm going to put this gate down. We can probably see a little bit better. See, this gate is on chains and it just wraps around the top. There's a railing in there and some printed pieces. We do have this tower on the other side, but for now, I'm going to pop this off because it is connected on some pins. It comes off separately because I want to show you this side of the building. We do have another area in here, and it looks like it may be a drawing room. We've got a table there with some printed pieces. Looks like they're drawing and engineering some weapons. And we've got some helmets on the back wall. And then on the back of this door, we've got some spheres. Really good look at how the architecture is continued here on the side of the building. And we have our mechanism here for our drawbridge. See it up close. On the roof, we have our weapons rack that we can see much better, and our firing ballista. This tower is an individual build, really, really interesting with the 3 levels in it. We've got a window on each level here, and then that takes us up to the architecture that matches the rest of the building to the top of the tower with a lookout. We've got a light up there and a really nice dome there on the top of the tower with the flag. On this side, we've got our holes there for the pins that attaches to the other building. Lots of printed brick pieces here, and then we've got its own battery box here. So this takes 2 CR2032 batteries. We've got the wire that goes right up here to this light. So this would really more be the back of it. This side of the tower is where we actually get to see the inside of the tower. So we've got a door here that opens, and we've got a granary on the bottom. It's very dark in there. There's no light. But there is a turkey hanging on the back of the wall, a couple of knives, and a snake. We've got a printed piece here in the middle for our sigil. And then here we have our battle chamber. So we've got some printed pieces, and it looks like this is where they would make decisions on how they're going to carry out their battle, make plans. And then again, just up to the top of that tower. And on this side, I like the architecture here. There's different colored pieces. Plus we've got these rounded pieces that are used. So you can just kind of peek through, but not a full window. And then we do have a window here. And we've got these peaks that are built on. And look at the pieces on top. I don't know if that's supposed to look like straw or something, or, whatever would have been available at the time. And again, right up to our tower. So this tower can actually attach to the main building here 2 ways. So the way that we had it originally is that we have it on those pins there. And then if we want to make a change, there is actually this piece that comes right off. And then we can turn this and put these pins in those holes. So it's like this way. And then this powerful look from the front. Good way to save some space when displaying it, that's for sure. The roof on this main building does come off modular style. It just pops right off around that black trim there. And inside we have our mechanisms for our drawbridge and our gate. So how this comes up. And then we have our connector here for our lights on the top piece. And we have some ladders that are built into the back to go down to that floor or to come up to the roof. I did show you before, we have a weapon here on the roof, a firing ballista. Separate little build, but it is on a hinge piece and it is on a piece that spins around. Also, we have these elastics here because there is another playability piece with it. We look in the front, there's a hole there. We can load up the spear and we'll turn this around, aim it at the wall. This brown piece here, dark brown piece in the middle, it actually pulls back. So when we pull this back and let it go, it shoots the spear right out. The roof does come off of this tower as well, right above this black trim. And lift that up. And we can see right down in there, we've got a little ledge there and a ladder. And we've got a little ladder piece on here. And then we have our connectors here and right there on the top. Pop it back on. We've got the light. And we do have this other separate build as well. This is a siege engine. Really fun to build. The roof is on some hinge pieces. We've got some chain pieces here for this big log in the middle. And it does have some sway back and forth. And the wheels do move. So we'll hitch on the back too. I wonder if there's something coming with that it could attach to. So we'll get this back together. I'll put this roof on. Just line up these studs right in the front. There's our light. And then we put these studs. I like to have it on the side, at least for now. Just put them right into the side there. And there we go. We'll bring this over. Look at a whole beautiful scene. Our 4 minifigs, I like that they all have some accessories that come with them. The first guy is our watchman. He has a bow in his hand, arrows on his back. He has 2 faces. Next one is our weaponsmith. He's got a nice beard with a tool belt printed on his front and a tool in his hand. Then we have our commander. His uniform is a bit different with blue pants, and he's got a sword in his hand. Then our enemy scout. He's got a helmet, a shield, and a spear. He's ready for battle if needed. All of them are a little bit different from the back as well. Our first guy's got some prints on the top, back of his uniform, and the helmet's very different with the lip on the top. Then our next guy, really nice prints on his shirt, nice full head of hair. You can see the shape of it. Our next guy has like overalls on, print around the belt area. And here we can see the arrows. So the arrows go on around his neck, and then you put his head on. So that's accessories attached right to him. So they're still on the back side, but 3 of the 4 of these figs actually have 2 faces. So this is their second face. One looks very scared. Actually, this guy looks pretty angry as well. And this guy looks pretty indifferent. Dim the lights in the room so we can focus on the lights in the set. We've got a nice bright light right in the middle of the set. We've got our minifig in there. Then we've got our 2 torches on the outside that are pulsing and glowing. And up to the roof, we've got a cauldron up there, nice and bright. Another torch on the tower. Over to the side. We have an opening over here. We've got a nice torch up at the top that lights up that area. See a little bit of light coming through that little hole there. In the back, we put the gate up that we can see right inside. See that printed piece well there. We've got another door that opens here with another torch to light up. And then over here, we've got one more spot. Now, there's not an actual light in here. We have our minifig, but the light does come from the middle of the set into there. Very pretty. We're going to set up for the side-by-side with the other cards from this theme, but I wanted to show you this first. There's a little clip right here that this piece just attaches from there so that this can be flush against the other sets to be able to connect with the outside connector there. I brought in the castle treasury in the middle and the castle banquet hall on the right. All 3 sets are part of the Middle Ages theme. I have to say, this castle is getting pretty big. Now take a look at this because of our external connectors. If I just disconnect this one set, these 2 go dark. And I push it back in. I'm going to get it lined up here. Now they're all lit up again just by one battery bank. Beautiful in the dark. They match really well. They each have towers and torches. I just love it. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.